This will be like OGG. This will be MP3, and etc. And we have our handlers, our importers, import handler plugins that handle yeah, I'm just gonna draw them like this. This is our PCM plugin. That's not what I do. This is sound file, lib sound file. Right, and this handles several things. It handles wave. In this case, it handles OGG, depending on the system version, and maybe AIF. Right, and like you know, FFmpeg. Maybe we'll make some weird icon. So FFmpeg handles everything pretty much. And we have libOGG and so forth. Or is it libflac that handles the OGG? Yeah, I don't know. But there's a lot of overlap between them basically, and it's complicated to create some order based on the input. But we've pretty much done that. But what is a real kind of hard, well, tricky thing is we want to be able to handle the case where the user has the extension. So in this case, these are correct. This is like a thumbs up. MP3 files end with .mp3, OGG files end with .ogg. But sometimes users mistakenly, and it's pretty easy to do. I do this sometimes, like if you're in a file save dialog and you click on one file because you want the name to copy to the input field, and you just forget to change the tail end, or you write the wrong one. Then you might have an MP3 file which is a square, and you call it on accident, say .ogg. So this is a case where we still want to be able to handle it correctly and import it as OGG file. And the way this would normally happen is we send it to our list. So there's a lot of these, and first we try the top one. We try the top one for OGG, and if it's successful there, no, I think, yeah, first we try the top one, maybe for OGG. I'm not sure. I'm losing my confidence. But we try all the plugins, and the order depends on the extension type that's provided. It doesn't matter what it actually is. We just go by extension type, because we don't know what it actually is until we look into the file. And that's what these guys do. So if this says, no, I'm supposed to be able to handle OGG files, but this doesn't look like OGG file, it'll go on to the next one, and so forth. And eventually one of these will say, okay, I handled this file, it's actually a MP3. So yeah, FFmpeg will say that and import it. This is just an example. But for this reason, we can't just say it's an OGG file, but I don't want to use I want to take libsound file out of the list just based on the extension type. No, we can't do that. We have to parse it and see that it's an OGG file, and then say, no, sorry, we can't handle you. So how do we do that? I'm hoping that this open call will have that info available. So see, there's a SF info, and we zero it out here, and we fetch it. So actually, we probably have the info at this point. So I'm going to say if file and Actually, this is easier than I thought. Minfo and format. And just for clarity's sake, how about we do one of those and one of those. So I don't need that anymore because I realize I have what I need. This is where info's set. I'm gonna look for, was it SF? Damn it, I forgot. Format? Yeah, format type mask. Right here, I'm just gonna copy this. Yeah. So we have to be very careful and make a note. We're bailing on this case now. We're saying we can't handle you. I'm gonna write my name so people can come ask me, why are you doing this? This is bad. Now libsound file handles OGG files wonderfully. And we should be able to use on-demand and the alias block files with it. And when they do that, international date format works best. Disallowing libsn file to handle OGG files. Oops, this was pretty damn dangerous. No, but I got that. OGG. Okay. Just ends with OGG like you'd expect. Because seeking is broken at this date, for very slow seeks from beginning of file each seek. This was said by Eric. Was it? Is it Castro? I'll just say Eric. Note that this won't apply to our local libsyn file, so only Linux builds that use -- with libsyn file equals system or something like that are affected. As our local libsyn file doesn't do OGG, because I guess we have a very, I don't know if we have an old version or what. We must have an older version, or we explicitly disable OGG. When the bug is fixed, we can, what can we do? We can check version to avoid only old ones. Anyway, the broken builds. In particular, Ubuntu 10.10 and 11.04 are known to be affected. Okay, so how about we try and build with this? I do want to look at import.cpp where we do the open, because I want to make sure we do something, we do the right thing when we open and we return null. So infile, if infile equals null, then we just don't go to the succeeded loop. And that's great. Let's give it a shot, eh? And let me see how we're looking. Oh, that's nice. Looks like I'm only checking in comments. So I'm gonna quit these guys because I don't know if we will ever finish that. Yeah, there we go. Just do a make. And I'll drink some water. We got an error. minfo wasn't there. Yeah, maybe it wasn't minfo. Let's take another look. I'm pretty sure it was there though. At this point it's only called info. Yeah, and is it a pointer? I'm not done yet. I thought I was done. Anyway, the cat's already in the bag and we just have to copy the right thing. Namely, wait a minute, are you okay, this is not it. Type mask, yeah. I was about to say. Type mask. So we need a dot format. Yeah, and is this a pointer or structure? This is a structure. So we're good. Now let's make. Looks like we're linking. I'm gonna run it on this one. You know what? I think this camera crappiness might be related to my Linux box. Because the Mac isn't doing anything right now. But neither is Audacity. Okay, so we are going to import real.og and see what happens. Now it's using the og importer. Yeah, see, that's instant. That's what you'd expect. But let me try to force it to use the other one still. Yeah, so where's my preferences? I want, yeah, actually.